Hello. Good morning, dear students. Please join quickly. Good morning. Well, I find Sanjeet Kumar, then Surinder Lamba with me, Komal Yadav. Good morning, ma'am. I am Pratiksha Yadav from Sector 8, second shift. SP Pandey, Kunal Kumar. Good morning. Sarita Mishra. Good morning, ma'am. Ananya Shukla. Okay. So, very good morning. I hope the chapter that we have started yesterday, coordinate geometry, you could grasp the important points from it, the key words that I have discussed. So let us recall all those points that we have discussed yesterday. Okay, so we have started with a new topic, that is chapter 3, coordinate geometry. Before some more students join, see, I would like to tell that day before yesterday I have given you one homework from your chapter 2. And the third question, Vineet has asked me to do the third question of day before yesterday's homework. So today, before I start my board work, first of all I will do that question, that is from your the chapter of polynomials. Okay, so yes, quickly come on, join all of you, and we will recall the keywords of yesterday's class, coordinate geometry. We have come to know about origin. Origin is the point from where the two axes, that is the x-axis or y-axis, that is being originated. So the coordinate of the point origin is 0, 0. And then we have learned the word quadrant. Quadrant, that is 1/4, and whenever we draw the two axes, we get our plane is divided into 4 parts. Each part is a quadrant. So we have first quadrant, second, third and fourth quadrant, and they are also, apart from calling them first, second, third, fourth, we also call them positive, 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 negative, negative, positive, like that. Oh, please, I'm not audible. Just a minute, please hold on. Yes. Sorry. Good morning, all of you. So, I find a number of students have already joined, so I will come to the point. Yesterday, we have started with the topic of coordinate geometry. Now, today, before I start my class of coordinate geometry, because Vineet has asked me to do the third question of day before yesterday's homework. Day before yesterday, I have already given you some homework from the chapter of polynomials. So before I start the questions of coordinate geometry, I will do that problem, the third question of the homework. So with that, we start. Good morning, all of you. Let me know whether everything is clear. The board is, I have not yet started my board work, but I think I am audible enough. Yes. So this is class 9, and today we date is 23/4/2020. Question from your homework. It's good that Vineet, you have asked for it. That means you are at least attempting these questions given in the homework. I am happy that you are putting up your queries. Okay, the question says if x plus y plus z is equal to 9. Okay, if x plus y plus z is equal to 9 and x square plus y square plus z square is equal to 35, then find value of x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz. Okay, this was the question. So now see the solution. See what we do. This is the identity. You remember this identity, x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz is equal to x plus y plus z in the first, and in the second bracket you are having x square plus y square plus z square minus xy minus yz minus zx. Right? So this is the identity. We need to find this value. We write it. This is the identity. So now this value x plus y plus z is given to you as 9. So we can write it as 9. Okay, no problem. Now this is x square y square z square. This also we can write it as this 3 put together. This value is your 35. Now the other part you write it as minus of xy plus yz plus zx. Clear all of you? This is the identity. This value is given to you. X square y square z square. This value is also available to you. You put this value, and the other part you put it within this bracket. Now if you somehow you get this value, then you put it over here and then your work is done. You will get the value of this thing. Okay. So now how to get this value of xy plus yz plus zx? For that we use the identity x plus y plus z whole square. In order to get this value, we will use the identity x plus y plus z whole square. Now this identity is equal to your x square plus y square plus z square plus 2xy plus 2yz plus 2zx, right? I hope you remember this identity. We have done the activity also, that how this identity is equal to this value, that also we have discussed. Now see, x plus y plus z, this value is 9, so you write down 9, and because this is square, this is a square over here, and also x square y square z square, this value is available to you, that is 35. Okay, plus 2, you take 2 common, so you get within bracket xy plus yz plus zx. Okay, so this is equal to 9 into 9, 81 minus 35. Okay, I bring it to this side. This is 2 into xy plus yz plus zx. Therefore this value will be 81 minus 35, that is your 46 upon 2. Okay, you subtracted 46 upon 2. This is equal to your xy plus yz plus zx. So now this value is equal to 26 by 2 gets cancelled. This is equal to 23. Therefore you get xy plus yz plus zx is equal to 23. Okay, so now you substitute this value over here and then you will get the exact value of this part. Okay, so let us do. This is equal to, therefore we substitute it. 9 into 35 minus, is everything visible to you, my dear students, please? So you substitute 35 minus 9 into 35 minus 23. Am I right? So that is 9 into 12. That gives you the answer as 108. That gives you the answer 108. This is the answer. I have already given you the answer in that day when the homework was given to you. So this part you do in order to get the value of this thing, xy plus yz plus zx, this value. In order to get this value, we have used the identity x plus y plus z whole square, and see how we are able to get the value of xy plus yz plus zx. Once we get this value, we will substitute it over here, and the final answer you get as 108. Okay, this was one of the queries that Vineet has asked. So please let me know, Vineet, if you are able to work out this problem. Please do practice more such type of questions. Now today I will give you my email ID also, so that you can put your queries apart from live chat. If you have any problem, the questions, you can write it and mail it to me. I will give you my mail ID. And okay, now we will start with the coordinate geometry. I hope you have noted it, my dear student. Please come on. I am happy to see that a lot of students have joined. I welcome you. Okay. Now coordinate geometry. For coordinate geometry, we have come across the keywords, that is your quadrant. We have studied quadrant, then you know origin. Now we will discuss these things and then we will proceed further. This is your origin. Then you have studied about ordinate and abscissa. A, B, S, C, I, S, S, A. Please note down the spelling. Maybe yesterday I have written A, B, C, but this exact spelling is A, B, S, C, I, S, S, A. And you have got ordinate. These words are new to you. Quadrant, origin, abscissa, ordinate. Okay. So see, yesterday we have discussed the ordered pair. So if I ask you to plot the point 2, 4, you know 2, that is your x coordinate, and the y, that is your 4, the second one is y coordinate, and x is your abscissa, and y coordinate, this point 4 is your ordinate. 4 is the ordinate. This all we have already discussed yesterday. Now in order to plot the points, I hope today you are having some graph sheets with you. It will be good if you are carrying some graph sheets with you, then it will be easier. I am going to show you on the graph sheet on the screen also. See how we do. This is the horizontal axis, and this one is your vertical axis. First of all, you need to do it. You draw the x-axis and the y-axis. Fine. And now you mark the points. Say 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that positive over here? No. This is the negative axis. And this one is your 1, 2, 3 and 4. Then again this is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. This is -1, -2, -3, -4 and -5, like this. So I will ask you some of the points. I will give you some points and you will plot them, and you check it from this board work, as well as we will also check it from the graph sheet that I will show you on screen. I will show you some screen, and from that also it will be clear. So say I ask you to plot the point 2, 3, then we will do minus of 5, 4, then we will try minus of 3, 3, then one more point, say 7, 2, 7, 2, and then we will do the point, say 0, 3, and another point minus of 2, 0. Okay, so today we are going to plot these points. See, for this one 2, 3, for 2, 3, first of all we will go to 2. The abscissa is 2 and ordinate is 3. So abscissa is 2, this point, then you move towards this is your ordinate. This is the point which is your 2, 3. X is 2 and y is 3. Then you have minus of 5, 4. Minus of 5 is this point. First of all you come to x-axis, -5. Then you have to look for the 4. So this is the 4 and this is your -5. In this way this point is going to be -5, 4. And this point is your 2, 3. This is how you are going to plot the points. And you don't need to put this type of dotted lines. This is just in the beginning. In order to locate the points exactly, you can put this type of dots, but when in the exam you are asked to do that, that is not required. So this is it. Now we will. So I hope you can plot these points. This also we have done. This is done. -3, 3. This is -3. This is -3 and this is +3. So this is your -3 and +3. This point is your -3, 3. And then 7, 2. 7, 2. This is your x-axis. This is 5, 6, 7. 5, 6 and 7. 7, 2. 7 is this and this is your 2. So this point is 7, 2. Right? And then this also we have done 0, 3. So x is 0, y is 3. This point. -2, 0, x is -2. Sorry. This is 0 and 3. 0 and 3 will be this point. X is 0. Y is 3, this point. 0, 3. This is x is 0, y is 3. And this one is -2, 0. That is x-axis -2 and y-axis is 0. So this is -2, 0. So this is how you plot the points. So this is the first quadrant, second, third and fourth. We have not plotted any point in the third quadrant or in the fourth quadrant. Now you suggest me through the live chat box, suggest me some point for the third quadrant and one point for the fourth quadrant. Please, I give you some time. You give me some point, some coordinate which can be plotted in the third quadrant or the fourth quadrant. This I have left for you. I have already occupied some of the points have been located in the first quadrant and third quadrant, and some on x-axis and y-axis. Now for third quadrant and fourth quadrant, you suggest me some point. I am looking into the chat box. Please quickly let me see who comes first and give me suggest some point for third and fourth quadrant. Please class. No unnecessary. Yes. Minus 4 comma 3. Yes, students. Thank you. You are giving me the point. Some 0 comma minus 3 you have not understood. Okay. I will do that. Minus 2 minus 5 for fourth quadrant, and 5 comma minus 9. 5 comma minus 9 will be in the fourth quadrant and third quadrant. Yes. Okay. So let me see. One of you have suggested the point minus 2 comma minus 3. Minus 2 comma minus 3, and also you have suggested 4 comma minus 3. Now let us locate this point minus 2 minus 3. So first of all we go to x-axis, and minus 3 will be this thing. So this point is your minus 2 and minus 3, that is your third quadrant. This is the third quadrant. And 4 comma minus 3, 4 comma minus 3, x is 4 and y is minus 3. So this point is in the fourth quadrant, 4 comma minus 3. This is your fourth quadrant. This is first, this is second, and this is third and fourth. Now we will do one exercise. I will give you some point and you will tell which quadrant they belong to. Okay? You will tell me the quadrant they belong to. I am writing some points. Number 1, okay. So the number 1 point I give you minus 2 comma 4. You just quickly start writing they belong to which quadrant. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. According to your answer, I will fill it now. The second one I give you quickly. Okay, now give me the answer. One of you have asked me, ma'am, I am not able to understand 0 comma minus 3. Okay, for you, my dear student, 0 comma minus 3 means you go to x-axis is 0, and you go to the y-axis. If it is minus 3, then this point is going to be your 0 comma minus 3, and if it is 0 comma 3, then this is x-axis is 0. X-axis is 0 over here, and you move to y-axis, and that is 3. And if you are asked to plot a point minus 2 comma 0, so x is minus 2, but y, you don't need to move up or down, you will stay over here on the axis itself. So these points minus 2 comma 0 or 0 comma 3, they are not on any quadrant, but they are lying on the axis. They are lying on the axis. Okay, so x-axis or y-axis. These points you can see minus 2 comma 0 on x-axis and 0 comma 3 lies on the y-axis. Now quickly I am waiting for your answer. Yes. First is in second. First is in second quadrant. Yes, the first point is in second quadrant. You are very correct. Let me write it in Roman. And then minus 3 comma 0. Okay, you are writing 1, 2, 3, 4, but third one in third quadrant. This answer is given by Rohit. Third one is in third quadrant. Okay, right, correct. Then one is in second quadrant. We have done it. Which point question you are writing? That one answer is two. Then second one is in second quadrant. Some of you have written second one is in second quadrant. No, that is wrong. Um, then fifth one is in first quadrant. Fifth one is in first quadrant. Yes, you are right. Whoever it is, I am not able to read the name. Minus 6 comma 3 comma 0 is in second. If you are writing this second, this point I need to clarify. Okay, 6 comma 2 0 comma 6. Some of you are given confusing answers. Okay. Okay. See now, this one is negative, positive. I will rub this part and we will check they are in which quadrant. You get questions in the exam like this. This type of ordered pairs are given to you and you are asked to write down the quadrant they belong to. Okay, this is one of the type of questions from the examination point of view. Now let us check out how it is. Minus 2 comma 4, one of you have given the answer correct, that is your second quadrant. In fact, many of you have written the right answer. Minus 2 comma 4, when in the exam you are just asked to write the quadrant, you need not plot them in the graph. You simply from the ordered pair, you just write down the quadrants, you need not plot them. Sometimes the question is asked plot them. In that case, graph sheet will be provided to you and you will be plotting them on the graph sheet. Otherwise, in if you they just simply ask you to write down the quadrants, then you need not ask for graph sheet. Okay. The first one is negative and positive. Negative and positive. Minus 2 and 4. Yes, this point belongs to the second quadrant. This is first and this one is second. Minus 3 comma 0. This is x is minus 3 and y is 0. My dear student, this is neither in first, second, third or fourth. This point lies on the x-axis. Please mind it. This is no quadrant. This is not lying in any quadrant. This is lying on the x-axis. Fine. Then minus 4, minus 5. Yes, minus 4 and this one is minus 5. This is your third quadrant. This is the third quadrant. So this is third quadrant. Right answer. Then 0 comma 6. X is 0 and y is 6. That is, this is the point somewhere around here. This is neither in first quadrant nor in second. This is lying on the y-axis. So the answer is y-axis. This is somewhere some mistakes are there. Some of you are writing it as first quadrant or like that. But this is no quadrant. These are the axis. Then 3 comma 2. X is 3. Y is 2. That is this point. That is in the first quadrant. This is your first quadrant. Then the second one. This is your 5 comma minus 4. X is 5, y is minus 4. X is 5, y is minus 4. That is in the fourth quadrant. This one is in the fourth quadrant, right? And then minus 6 comma 5. X is minus 6 and y is 5. So this is your second quadrant. So this is how you are going to attempt these type of questions. Now we will do one more interesting thing from this. So now I think this is clear. All of you are giving me who can be done. Minus 6 comma 5 is from 5. No. Now one interesting thing, C class, sometimes some difficult questions that can be framed from this chapter. These are the very simple basic questions from this chapter. Now we will move towards a little bit difficult questions, some understanding type questions or application type questions. For that, first of all, let me know the ordered pair, I mean the coordinate of this point. Say this is your A. Coordinate of this point is your x is 3 and y is 2. X is 3 and y is 2. Right? This is the point. X is 3, y is 2. Now if I ask you what will be the reflection of this point A, what will be the reflection of this point A about the x-axis, about the x-axis. That means in the x-axis you are placing one mirror, and where will the image of this point appear on the mirror? That type of questions. I hope you understand. This is, we are just relating the study of mathematics with physics. We are relating mathematics with physics. In physics you have studied your chapter of light. Now you have already studied your chapter of light, and in light you have studied that the image formed in a plane mirror is as far behind the mirror as it is in front of it. If you are standing in front of a mirror, your image also appears that much behind the mirror as you are in front of the mirror. This is one of the laws of reflection you have studied in physics. So with that idea of physics, we find out the image of this object about the x-axis, this point. Okay, so this point is, what is the distance of this point from x-axis? That is 2 units. This is 2 units. So the image will also be 2 units from this x-axis. So this will be the image if the mirror is on the x-axis. Now what will be the coordinate of the image? A is the point and A dash is, say, the image. Then image coordinate will be 3 comma minus 2. X will remain the same and y coordinate becomes minus 2. So the image of this point 3 comma 2 about the x-axis is 3 comma minus 2. Another thing, if the mirror is on the y-axis, then what will happen to the point? Then this will be, what is the distance of this point from y-axis? This is 3 units. So again the image will be 3 units from here. This is where the image will appear. If y-axis is acting as a mirror, then the image of this point will be as far behind it. This is 3 units from y-axis. So the image will also be from 3 units in the negative x-axis. So this point is going to be your minus 3 comma 2. Okay, this point is, say, your B. So image of the point A about y-axis is minus 3 comma 2 and image of this point 3 comma 2 about the x-axis is 3 comma minus 2. Now please go through it. After that, in the screen I am going to give you some point and you will tell me the image of the point about the x-axis. Please repeat it. Samir Mishra, you are writing, please repeat it. Okay, I will repeat it. This part I will, once again I will explain it to you. And then okay. So once again I need to repeat it. I have understood, please repeat. I have not understood, please repeat. Is written by Pankaj. Preti, ma'am, video is not clear. Ma'am, video is not clear. For that, how can I help you? Video is not clear. Okay, so if you ask me to repeat it, I start it from here. Now let me clean it and I will explain it once again. This part is very important. Let me draw the axis. Okay. One, two, three, 4, and this is your -1, -2, -3. This one is 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is -1, -2, -3, and -4. Now, say if I take this point, say 3, 2, 3. So this point I have taken 2, 3. This point is your A. What is the coordinate of this point? X-axis is 2, x-axis is 2, and y-axis is 3. So this point is 2, 3. Now what we are doing? We are going to find the reflection. Reflection of the point. We are going to find the reflection of the point. So if I am talking about reflection about x-axis, reflection about the x-axis, that means in the x-axis, this is x-axis. If you hold a mirror in this x-axis, then where will the image of this point appear? It will appear somewhere in the mirror. You will see the image, and the image that is going to be a virtual image in the mirror, if you see, it will be as far behind the mirror as the object is in front of it. The image will be formed. This is how much the distance of this point from the mirror. That distance will be there in behind the mirror. So this point is 3 units from the mirror, from the x-axis. X-axis is acting as mirror. So this point is 3 units from the x-axis. So the image will also be 3 units. Okay. So this point is your, what will be the coordinate of this point? This will not move here and there. On the x-axis it will remain the same. Only its thing is that the distance from x-axis, that is your 3 unit, distance from y-axis is fixed, and it will appear over here. This point will be your 2, -3. See, the image will be like this, is if x-axis is acting as the mirror. Okay. This distance will remain the same. This distance will remain the same. This is your what unit? This is 2 unit. This will be 2 unit. This is 3 unit, and this will also be the 3 unit. Now if y-axis is acting as a mirror, then what will happen? If this becomes your mirror, then the image will be as far behind the mirror as the object is in front of it. So this distance is 2 unit. So this will also be 2 units. This is going to be the image if y-axis is acting as the mirror. So what will be the coordinate of this point? This will be x is -2 and y is 3. And y is 3. So this is how we do. Now let me know if this is clear to you or not. Just the concept of your physics, that is your reflection. The image is formed as far behind. Deepa Pal, you are asking me exercise 2.5 question number 12. Okay, I will note it down, and tomorrow I will give you this answer. Exercise 2.5 question number 12. Okay, fine, good. Some meaningful discussion should go on in the chat box, no unnecessary talk. So let me see. Video is blurred, you have written. I can't help it, my dear. Why this is happening, I don't know. So now I will give you some point on the, so I will show you the screen. So you will not complain about the screen. I will give you some point on the screen, and you will tell me the reflection. So please note down the assignment that I am going to give you now. Now you just, I will give you some point on the screen. Now some graph will appear on the screen, and I will locate some point on the graph, and you will give me, first you will give me the reflection of that point on x-axis, A part, and B part will be the quadrant of that point on y-axis. If y-axis is the mirror, then where will the image And if x-axis acts as the mirror, then where will the image form? This will be the question. So now I show you the graph sheet on the screen. Okay. Now I give you the point. Say 2. I will first of all I will put some table and this point is here. See, this is your x is 2 and y is in between 2 and 4. You are having this point is your 3. So this point with green color, this is your 2 comma 3 point. Okay. You are going to tell me, I am looking into the live chat, you give me the answer for the reflection of this point about x-axis and its reflection on y-axis. This is your y-axis, the reflection on y-axis and reflection where the image will be formed if x-axis acts as the mirror, and second part your answer will be the if y-axis acts as the mirror, then where will the image form. The point is in the first quadrant, it is 2 comma 3. Yes, please hold on. Sorry, just a minute please. This is in 3 now. Yes, give me the reflection of this point about x-axis, right, and y-axis. Yes, some of you have written it. Yes, 2 comma minus 3. You are writing it fine. Now, shall I give you one more point? Okay, I add one more point. Y-axis, the reflection I haven't got yet. Yes, give me the reflection of this point about x-axis, right? Axis. Yes, some of you have written it. Yes, 2 comma minus 3. You are writing it fine. Now, shall I give you one more point? So I add one more point. Y-axis, the reflection I haven't yet. Say this is now minus. This is minus 1 and the other one is say 3. This is the point. You give me the, I remove this one. Give me the reflection of this point about your x-axis and y-axis. Give me the reflection of this point on your x-axis and y-axis. Okay, this also we will discuss now. One more point I am giving. I will give you one more point. Um, say this is minus 2 and the other one is also say minus 3. Okay, so what will be the reflection of minus 2 minus 3? Okay, other one is your, this one is your 3 comma 0. Okay, now fine. So please, this one also I ask you to find the reflection of this point. This point itself is lying on the x-axis. See, this is in between 2 and 4, this is 3, and because this is on the x-axis, y coordinate is 0, y coordinate is 0, that is ordinate is 0, and this is the point 3 comma 0. Now, if I hold a mirror on this y-axis, then where will the image of this appear? You cannot place the mirror over here. If you place the mirror on the x-axis, the image will be this one only, that is 3 comma 0. So, no point of reflection of this mirror about the x-axis. What we can do, we can find the image of this point about the y-axis. So you will tell me where the image will appear, and in this case this point is your minus 2. See, this is axis, negative x-axis, this is minus 2, and this one is in between minus 2 and minus 4, this point is your minus 3. So this is minus 2 minus 3. We will find the reflection of this point about y-axis as well as between x-axis. So where will the image of this point appear? First of all, if we talk about the green dot, this point, then the image will be, this one is how much this distance? This is 3 units. So this will also be 3 units, this point. Okay. So the coordinate of this point is going to be your, see, we will be appreciating it when you get the image over here. This point is minus 2 comma 3, minus 2, and this one is your 3. I have plotted this point. So you see the distance of this point, this is 3 units, and also the distance of this point from x-axis is 3 units. So the image of this point is formed as far behind the mirror as the object is in front of it. Okay, now if we talk about the reflection of this point about the y-axis, this is my original point. Okay, that is minus 2 comma minus 3. Now reflection about the y-axis, this will be, what is the distance of this point from y-axis? This is 2 units. So this will be over here, and this point is going to be your 2 comma minus 3, 2 comma minus 3. So I will write it, and again I think you will this will be clear to you if I once I plot this point. This is your 2, and this one is going to be your minus 3. Okay, so this is the image. See, the distance of this point from y-axis is 2 units, and the image is also formed because y-axis is acting as the mirror. So this is as far behind the mirror. So this distance is fixed. This distance is equal to this thing. Okay. Same in case of x-axis. This is your distance is 3 units. Image is also formed 3 units over it. And now once you just find this point, now you read the coordinate of this point. This point is given to you. The coordinate of this point, you will read it. So this is an important exercise for you. I hope you have understood. This is clear from the graph on the screen. Now this point which is lying on the x-axis. Where will the image appear if y-axis acts as the mirror? Then this will be around here. This point. What will be this point? What will be the coordinate of this point? That is your minus 3, 0. Now the red one, the image is going to be your minus 3 and the y-axis will be 0 and the y-axis will be 0. Y-axis will be 0. See, this is the image. Am I right? So this is in between 2 and 4. This is 3 on x-axis and this is also in between minus 2 and minus 4. This one is minus 3. So image of this point is this one and image of this point about the y-axis is this. Image of this point about the x-axis is this one. I hope this is clear. Now today I will give you some exercise based on this thing, the reflection of the point. Okay. I hope you are ready. You will do this assignment in a graph sheet. Now I come back to another scene. Well class, now we will discuss the reflection of this point about x-axis and y-axis. So, okay. So 2, 3 on x-axis, where will be the image of this point 2, 3? That is your about x-axis. This is going to be minus 2, 3. This is minus 2, 3 this point. And about y-axis, then this will be your x-axis will remain the same, y-axis will become minus 3. Now if we are talking about minus 1, 3, minus 1, 3 will be this point. This is your minus 1, 3 and where will be the reflection along the x-axis? This will be 1, 3. So this will be your 1, 3. Okay. And about the y-axis, this is the point. About y-axis, if the reflection is taken, then this point will be minus 1, minus 3. This one will be minus 1, minus 3. Okay, this is the point. About x-axis, image will be 1, 3 and about y-axis, the image will be minus 1, minus 3. If we talk about minus 2, minus 3, minus 2, minus 3 is which point? Minus 2, minus 3, that is this point. And where will be the reflection about x-axis? About x-axis it will be, this is the distance is 3 unit, so this will be 3 unit. This point, what is the coordinate of this point? This is going to be minus 2, 3. So this is minus 2, 3. This is minus 2, minus 2, 3 and your reflection will be minus 2, minus 3. Reflection is minus 2, minus 3 and on the y-axis, if we take the reflection on the y-axis, this is your, this point will be 2, 3. This will be your 2, 3. And if this is the point x-axis, this point because it lies on x-axis, so there the image will be the same. it will be remain the same. Image of this point about the y-axis will be the same one, that is 3, 0, and about the y-axis, if this is the point, image will be minus 3, 0. So this is your minus 3, 0. Okay. So this is how you relate your study of mathematics with physics. From the chapter of reflection, we have done this thing. The image is formed in the mirror, in a plane mirror. The image is as far behind the object as the object is in front of the mirror. With this idea, we plot this point. You can verify it. Okay, so with this, we come to an end. Now quickly I will give you some homework. I hope you have noted it. Now I will give you some points so that you prepare this type of a table. The reflection, I will give you some point. You write down the reflection on x-axis and y-axis. Your homework, please. Prepare this type of a table, x-axis and y-axis. If you have any difficulty, let me know. If you have a graph sheet with you, you can very easily plot them and do it. And then this is minus 3. This will help you in plotting the point, as well as your knowledge will be, you will be able to read the coordinates of the point also. Both the exercise will be done. This is minus 4, 5 and let it be minus 1, 4. Okay, now one more point, say 0, 5. So you have to find the reflection. Homework, your reflection of the point about x-axis and y-axis. Reflection of point about x-axis and y-axis. This is your homework. With this, I come to the end of today's class. And you let me know, and my email ID, please note it down in case you have some problem and you are not able to give me the question through this live chat. You can let me know through my email ID is maths.smita23@gmail.com. This is my email ID. Please note down the email ID. If you have any problem, you can give me the questions through email ID. And this is today's homework, reflection of point about x-axis and y-axis. These are the points, you need to plot them and you find the reflection of these points and where will the image appear when the mirror is placed on x-axis, and where the image of this point appear if the mirror is on the y-axis. Okay, so some of you have written, ma'am, you should give some more homework. This much is enough, my dear. This is enough. I hope if you have understood it, there is nothing much to do in this chapter. If you are learning with me, you are taking interest in it along with me, then at home also not much, a lot of homework is not required in this chapter. Only thing is required, you pay attention when we are going through the exercise, whatever you are doing it. No rigorous practice, nothing. That effort you need in your chapter number 2. You need to do lot of rigorous practices required while doing the problems of chapter 2. So you note down my email ID, and I hope this is enough for today. Thank you very much. We will meet tomorrow again. Once again, I welcome you and be in time. We will meet tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.